Whew. Oh dear, excuse me. Greetings and welcome, people. Well, today is the day. No, it's not the fibre broadband day. Unfortunately, that's not happening till Monday. And it had better happen on Monday, or Sky are going to find themselves losing a broadband customer. So nope, today is the day of the oil and filter change on this beautiful machine of mine. I don't care if you don't agree that it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful, and that's all that matters. So I'm now just going to take it out for a very quick run. So in times past when I've done an oil and filter change, I've just started the bike up and just let it idle for a few minutes just to warm the oil and get any sediments and stuff stirred up and in suspension in the oil, and just let it tick over on the side, on the centre stand. But then I looked out the window and thought, no, it'd be silly to waste fuel just having the bike idling on its stand when I can do exactly the same or achieve the same end. Afternoon, sir. By bringing it out for a quick run. So here we are. Yep, that's looking pretty good. And I thought I'd make a quick comment on the last vlog I uploaded, the one where I voiced over a piece of footage I filmed from some years back. Obviously that was a bit of a whiny, complaining sort of vlog about how I thought I was going to be getting my fibre broadband, etc, etc, and it didn't happen, and I was disappointed and all that sort of malarkey. But one thing I didn't cover that I should have done was one positive that's already happened. Or did I cover it? I don't think so, but if I did, I'm repeating myself, which is not the first time. But basically, when we placed the original order for the fibre broadband, for the upgrade, one thing that was part of that process was that we got a new, far more modern broadband router. The unit that in the old days would have been called the modem, but it doesn't do that anymore. So it's the broadband router, the bit that actually plugs into the wall socket and gives you your connection to the outside world. The old router that we had, and it was an old router, we'd had that for quite some years. And one of the things was that the wireless part of it was on the old wireless N, I think it's called. 54, was it 54G? I can't remember now. But basically it was the 2.4 gigahertz frequency wavelength, whatever you want to call it. And that, seemed to work well enough. Most of our wireless devices connected to it, and obviously the broadband connection to the outside world was the slowest part of the setup, running at 15 megabits, whereas obviously the wireless could be anything up to 60, 70 megabits. So it wasn't a problem. But obviously with our fibre broadband coming, we didn't really want the wireless part of it to be the slowest part of the connection, so, which it probably still wouldn't have been, to be fair. But when we got our new wireless router, it has the wireless facility which has dual frequencies. So it's the 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, and obviously the 5 gigahertz is much faster. Oh boy, howdy, is it faster? Whoa. I'm going to put in a screenshot here, which is from my Samsung tablet. Now, bear in mind that I generally tend to use the Samsung tablet when I'm sitting in bed reading or watching a YouTube video or something like that before I go to sleep. Yes, it's probably not the best thing to do for settling down to go to sleep, but I enjoy it. And the broadband router is also in the same room. It's about 10 to 12 feet away, direct line of sight, no walls in between. So, obviously in that circumstance, that's probably going to be the best connection you can get. Goodness me, what's going wrong? But I didn't think I'd get quite that fast a connection. Now, bearing in mind that most of the wired network connection in my house, the Ethernet, is running at gigabit speeds, which is 1,000 megabits. This wireless connection gave me 866 megabit speed. 866, that is 80% of the speed that we're getting on a wired connection in our house. That is staggering. I didn't realise that even 5 gigahertz could give you that kind of speed. And it also surprised me to find out that my Samsung tablet had dual frequency facility. So that's pretty good as well. Yeah, don't you mind, you just go ahead. You're in an Audi after all. Other road users have to give way to you, whatever they're doing, don't they? Divot. So yes, there was something positive out of the whole fibre broadband thing. But obviously most of the wireless devices we have in our house don't have 5 gigahertz capability, so I should think most of the newer things will have. But a lot of the wireless stuff in our house is the older gadgets. So obviously this me raving about gigabit connections and 866 megabit and all this sort of thing probably only means something to you if you're something of a geek or nerd, or maybe not. You may understand these things to be perfectly normal, just like me. Yes, indeed. But as I spent the best part of 40 years working in IT, in a technical role, I do appreciate these things. So there we go, a little bit of an upside on the story so far on the broadband. So now all I've got to do is to finish warming this machine up, get the engine up to speed, up to temperature. Let's go this way. Nobody behind me, I didn't need to signal. And get this oil and filter change done. It seems the weather is playing along quite nicely at the moment. I managed to get a fair bit of work done in the garden yesterday, so I decided I was going to make sure I got out on the bike today and got the oil and filter change done. So I think that's going to be it for this particular vlog. Hopefully, fingers crossed, yes, fingers crossed, and touching wood as close as I can get. The next video that gets uploaded will be the aforementioned 45-minute vlog of the trip to a place of interest, or two places of interest. So I shall leave it there, as I say. So thank you for taking a look. Hopefully this few minutes hasn't been a complete waste. Oh dear. And one thing I'm going to try and get started on this riding season, if you want to call it that, or this summer, or any decent day to be fair, is to get out and about in this very nice area of England, West Sussex, and get some video clips done of some of the nice parts, the nice countryside, various viewpoints, that type of thing, just so you can have a look and see what it's like. Obviously watching a lot of you guys who are also YouTube motor vloggers, you get some nice footage of the areas you live in, and I enjoy watching those. So hopefully you'll derive the same benefit from watching some specific video footage of countryside in this area. So again, thank you very much for taking a look, and I shall speak to you again soon. Bye for now.